What is up, guys? It's Carlos, just me, and this is gonna be different, but hey, let's do this. So I want to make a top 5 of, the best games, the disappointing games, and, well, the games I'm looking forward to, 2016, and I tried to do this in 2015, but it was kind of rushed, so I decided not to do it, but now I want to do it. So let's start off with Star Wars. So, Star Wars is my top 5 because it's a fun game. It's not what I expected. That's why it's my top 5 game, because I was expecting more, but EA kind of like said, you get a little piece. And the thing that really ticked me off was the fact that you have to pay for the service. Like, that's just one thing that I don't like, that I had to pay $60. Well, I didn't have to, because I didn't, but I would have to pay $60 to play, to get the season pass, whatever. And I don't like that. And but other than that, I think it's a good game. The multiplayer is amazing, especially being Luke. As you can see here, it's amazing. It's fun. But yeah, this is why this is my top 5. My number 5 for my top 5. Now, what can I say about this game? This game was one of the best games that came out early on for the PS4. Obviously, it wasn't the most perfect game, because it had its glitches. It had a lot of rage quitting moments. Especially me, I personally rage quit a lot. I almost destroyed my controller and stuff like that. But this was one of those games that, as much as you hated the gameplay, you wanted to play and play and play until you passed that certain boss, that that big motherfucker that you can't destroy. And that's what I loved about the game, and it was so fun. It did take me a while to beat. It took me about I think 3 months, just because I wanted to take my time, and I was kind of delaying the progress. But overall, this is why this is my top 4 game. Well, my 4 game in the list. Good game, stressful, but for when it came out, it was really freaking good and amazing. Now, my number 3 in this list is, well, you guessed it, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. This game was beautiful. It's not number 1 or number 2, it's 3, because, well, you'll see why in a few minutes. But this game was really fun. The story, it was so beautiful. I literally felt I was him, I really did feel I was, the White Wolf. I'm Garrett. Sounds so stupid. But yeah, it was really fun, really immersive. One of the best RPG games, I think it's MMO game that I played in years. Obviously, besides Skyrim, but besides the fact that you can make your own character, the fact that you get to be this character, you really get to feel that you're Gary of Rivia, and that is one of the best. And the fact that developers of this game still produce content is one of the best things, especially if a lot of the content is free. So yeah, this is my top 3 in this list. Okay, before everybody says anything, I know this game basically comes every year, or mostly every single year, and it's mostly the same thing. The story is about the same thing. And we all have to admit, the best game, Call of Duty, was World of War, or Modern Warfare 3, or Black Ops 1. But for this game coming out for the PS4, it was amazing. And by that I mean quality. Quality wise, the graphics are really beautiful, really immersive. The campaign does kind of get kind of boring or repetitive after a while, but the fact that now you can play with your friends, that's still pretty good. It's still pretty fun. You can do that. So that's one of the reasons why it's number 2 in this list. More importantly, because it's it's Call of Duty game. You expect what you're paying for, and it's a really good game, except the fact that you have to pay about $50 to get the season pass. But nowadays, that's for any single game. But yeah, this is my reason why it's number 2 in this list. Now I really don't have to give an explanation for why this is number 1 in my best of PlayStation 4 games of 2015, because it speaks for itself. It's one of the best in our generation. Sorry, I'm kind of sick. In our generation, that is a game that is fun. You know, you get to make your own character. You get to make them the way, you know, you get to upgrade them the way that you want to. And the graphics could be slightly improved. They're not horrible. They're actually pretty good, pretty immersive. The storyline is really on point. You actually feel sympathy for, you know, the lone survivor, because you really want to get your son back, and you do a bunch of crazy shit just to get him back, and then when you find out what happens, you go crazy, you go ape shit. But overall, this game is amazing. I loved every second of the gameplay that I played. It was like heaven for my eyes. You know, it's the fact that they even still ask questions on Pornhub. Like, there's a reason why people stop, you know, going on Pornhub. That should give you a reason why this is my number one in my top 5 PS4 games.